Hello, welcome to Secret Space, and in this video I'm going to explain you why am I wearing Lemurian Quartz in my forehead. I've been my whole life a water element, so I'm very emotional, super sensitive, I'm very much including, I like to everything inwards, having time by myself. Last year I rediscovered a whole new element, which is fire. It's not that I discovered fire, but I started embracing the qualities of fire. In the beginning of this year, I connected with earth. I had a plant medicine retreat. I had an immense, huge connection with fairies. Since that moment, fairies are now always by my side. They're following me. They connected me to the earth. They connected me to the plants. I started planting things, flowers, rucola, tomatoes. Things are growing. I'm so happy because of that. I started having some interest into crystals. Last year, I discovered Archangel Michael. It was one of the first archangels that came to us, to this place. Whenever I discover a new soul or guide or helper from the astral, from the spiritual realm, I make sure to add something in my temple, in the small temple of my Sri Yantra videos, to add something especially for this deity or especially for this soul, for this consciousness. So when Archangel Michael came, I made sure to add some quartz angel over there in the temple because I felt like that one. And I also add some Archangel Michael minifigure over there. And this year I discovered fairies and they've been helping me, even though they are super playful and sometimes naughty, but they help to keep the inner child here, the creativity. So after I came back from Peru, I realized that I did not put anything yet on the temple for fairies, and I was thinking I should maybe find some type of crystal or stone, but I didn't want to order them. A few days later, I prepared for my partner one experience on horse riding, and you know, we live in Sittard, which is the most south of Netherlands, and something in me made me to book the horse riding experience in Terschellingen, which is in an island after all the way up Netherlands. Then take a ferry and then you are in that island. So, I mean, I could have just get the horse riding experience here, half an hour away, but something was telling me to go all the way up. I'm telling you now how I came with this. The moment we finished our horse riding experience in Terschellingen, sorry if I don't pronounce it properly, we had 1 hour to stay in the island before taking the ferry back to the Netherlands. So we decided to go and have some food to the first thing that comes to us. And it was one waffle place. And we're like, okay, let's check something else. And if there is nothing else, we just come back. The next store was a stone store. You know, the curious thing is that the day before of this, I went to Sittard Centrum to check a spiritual shop because I wanted to get the stones for the fairies. It was closed on an accidental because in the Google Maps, everywhere it was open. So it was closed only in that moment when I went, as if it's like, you know, it's not from here where you need to get this. And now it all makes sense. The moment I entered to that shop, I felt something. I started like asking, is there some kind of stone that can connect with fairies? And then I realized my questions, like, just forget it because how dumb it is. Maybe I don't know how many people connect with fairies, and I'm entering into a shop as if I'm dealing with fairies every single day, which I am, but not everybody deals with them. So I realized that maybe I'm just being a little bit too crazy for people. But at that moment, she's like, no, can you please, like, is it fairies? And she went all in. And from that moment, she started sharing her side of spirituality as well, how she sees things from her 15 years old, how she sees things. And it was so amazing because I wanted to get some amethyst, and she took few for me, and I started feeling them, which one is calling me, which one I'm feeling the most to get that stone. And it's interesting because I feel and she sees. She literally said to me, that stone, I see that stone like more intense, and I felt that stone, like that was the stone that I was feeling the most intense. Anyways, where I'm going here, she looked at me and looked at my partner, and she switched as if it's not from her coming. She channeled some kind of message to us both that I'm going to keep it for myself. But a little bit in general thing is that we have work to do for humanity as a couple, so we need to stay together at least until there's something done. She channeled much more. It was like a channeling because it was not her. It was such a divine encounter. And then I told her that I started to get feeling connection with earth, like a strong calling from earth, with planting, with rocks, with crystals. I am here now in crystals, like looking for crystals, which one is calling me the most. And she looked at me, she stood up, and she went to one corner of her shop. On the upper side, there was one section of Lemurian Quartz. And she took this one. And she's like, you know what? I think this one is for you. And I'm like, really? My eyes are like, oh, you have something for me. She gave me this stone, and I started feeling it. Like, I closed my eyes. And I'm feeling it right now because it is that powerful. I started feeling like these movements in my hand of energy hitting, and it's not my rate of energy. That's how I know that it is the stone. And I was there like for 1 minute feeling it, and then I'm like, wow, it is really strong. The moment she took it out, I was still feeling the vibrations in my hand, and she looked at me and she's like, you're gonna feel it for a whole day. And she was so right. She gave me back the stone, and she's like, it's for you. Just take it. The stone is for you. I put the stone in an inner pocket of my jacket because I wanted to keep it close to me. And that day, all the way back till I am home, the vibrations in my hand were still there, non-stop. The moment in the night I went to sleep, I laid down, I fell asleep with these vibrations going all over my body. I was not sleeping with the stone in me. That night, I had one of the most funniest dreams of my life, that I would be in the middle of my dreams, laughing and super happy. And I also had some beautiful dreams I don't remember anymore. But yeah, it was a very beautiful night. You know, when I was falling asleep, I was feeling these vibrations from my hands extending in my whole auric field, in my whole body, and I fell asleep with this vibration all around me. I was in such a joy frequency. It was amazing. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you followed, but I made a fairy house, a fairy home. I started, maybe I'm starting to do a lot for the fairies, but yeah, I just feel like I need to do all of that. Maybe it's them working through me. So I built a whole fairy home, and I decided to place this rock inside of that house. You know, because it is the stone that came to me, and I know that it's fairies. Next day, my partner had a laptop that didn't turn on, so my partner put the laptop and put this stone on top of the laptop. And the next day, the laptop turned on. It was not a charging problem, so it is something that this stone does, also something with technologies, that it fixed technology. You know, in some videos you can see me with a bindu, which is like bindi, which is a sticker on the forehead to stimulate your third eye. And I thought to put on today a sticker in my third eye, but then I'm like, wait, I have the most amazing stone. So I just took a wire and I rolled around. Oh, look, divine lights. I love this. And I rolled around, and I'm like, that's it. It doesn't have to be a big deal as long as it is in there. The moment I put this in here, I think whoever is listening this really needs to try this, because you also didn't click to this video just for curiosity. Lemurian Quartz is calling you. Give it a real try. Go feel Lemurian Quartz, get it for yourself, and try to place it on your third eye, because I just went under the sun and I laid down and I was feeling a huge pressure in my third eye, as if something is about to explode over there. And also this whole section, it is incredible. Incredible. You can just take it with your hand and press it here and feel. Also with this, I had a feeling that it's not fully, maybe it is me, but I'm taking actions which I would normally not take. I'm a very scheduled person. So I took the instrument when it's not supposed for me to take the instrument. I was just like, something told me to take the instrument. I took my notebook for writing the next experiments that I want to take with crystals and sound. It's like something through me is telling me what to do. After being with this under the sun in my forehead, I opened my eyes and then I closed them again, and I was seeing a statue of a female with a huge thing like here, long hair, and like I'm seeing things. And I'm sure about that it's not from my energetical field. It's from something new in my field, which is this crystal. And it is intense. It is intense. I'm wearing it now forever. That's the thing. The project I'm working on right now is to arrange the crystals. First, get a proper combination of crystals, then arrange a crystal grid, which is the crystal grid that I want to follow, then get the elements, how to arrange the elements around this crystal grid of this combination of crystals. And then I want them to put them in a way that they are integrated in the sound healing session. And the energy of the sound can be intensified through crystals and targeted to different parts of the body whenever I'm doing the healing of my sound healing sessions. So there is a lot of things going on in my brain, and I feel this quartz is giving me insights that I don't know if I would be getting otherwise. It's really powerful. So this is the reason why I'm wearing this crystal, Lemurian crystal. I truly hope that I'm inspiring you to do these crazy things of trying different types of crystals, sticking them wherever you are feeling a call. I want to finish this video by encouraging you to start connecting with different crystals. Pick just one crystal and have a whole day, whatever you do, just integrate that crystal in your field. Be aware of any difference that you felt throughout the day. Is there any type of different thought that you never had before? Is there a different type of action that you never took before in an ordinary day whenever you didn't wear this crystal? Find out, maybe you started seeing more synchronicities with whatever crystal you choose. Maybe you started coincidences, something happened. Maybe you lost something and you didn't find it. Maybe you spilled the water over something. Maybe it causes you a sparks. Just explore. Take one crystal, add it to your field, and maybe even have a journal. Like, this day I wore this crystal and it happened this and that. Like, I felt that these things came from integrating this crystal into my energetical field. It's a whole new world. It is a whole new world, and I'm forever grateful to plant medicine and the fairies. All the best luck. Please let me know in the comments your experiences, if you felt something as well. I would be so happy to read it, and I may also want to give it a try to whatever you felt.